Hello and welcome to another episode of Northside Now. This is the podcast where we take you on a tour through all of the ministries and the latest happenings around Northside Church to keep you better connected with your church family. My name is Patrick, and with me as always are my co-hosts, Glenn Miller and Kevin Bryant.
Hello.
What's up?
You know, just a little warm out here.
A little bit?
Heat wave.
We've definitely warmed up. Summer has found us.
Tell me about it.
I've got breaking news for y'all.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have heard that Edie has left us and moved over to Yellowstone where she can be the sheriff of that 1 square mile of land she's been so worried about all these years.
She's got 100,000 followers on her TikTok channel.
Yeah.
And
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, that was good.
Edie was fun. So that was our last episode in case you missed it.
well, you know, teenagers have opinions.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Really?
But some of them don't share them readily.
Yeah. She's not afraid to do both.
She makes you want to listen to her just because of her presence. So I really enjoyed that.
And in a way that's fun. She's funny.
Yeah.
You know, she's a every week listener. She's got her notifications set. She gets little dings on her phone saying, Northside Now is ready.
That's right.
And we're ready. And we're there because it's Independence Day week. So what are y'all doing for 4th of July?
I think we're probably going to have a get-together with some friends and grill out, go swimming, have a good old time. I don't know.
We are really not going to do anything. I think I might be the only one at home.
Hey.
So I might watch a movie.
That's nice.
Your kids are off selling fireworks.
They are helping some friends of ours that own some fireworks stores in Indiana. And so they get to spend time with we call them cousins, they're actually family friends. So they're up doing that. And Lori and one of the kids are traveling even farther north, Michigan.
Yeah.
And then we've got 1 or 2 in Nashville. So we're just kind of scattered around. It's a busy summer.
You said you were going to stay home and watch a movie. What movie do you watch on the 4th of July?
Oh, it's not really related to 4th of July,
Okay.
probably.
You're not going to watch like Top Gun or
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
I wish that guy would run for president.
Mr. Cruz.
Which one? Will Smith from
No,
Independence Day?
No, the president from Independence Day.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine his State of the Union address?
Oh, man, that speech that he gives in
yeah,
that movie
that
is
could be like,
fantastic.
that'd be like, go get him.
Yeah, so I have no idea. I've got a whole list of things in my backlog of things I haven't seen. So who knows?
There is one movie that I think of first when I think of Independence Day in movies.
Okay.
Sandlot.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
They played under the...
You're talking about the original.
Yeah, the original Sandlot.
Right.
With the original guys. I like that. Playing.
That's American right there.
That's American. That's as American as it gets. Playing baseball under the fireworks. That's in your Sandlot.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we had the baseball night at the park here recently. That was fun.
It was fun.
We had quite the weather event there for a second. And I guess that's when all of the weather hit Memphis, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Down there. But we didn't get anything there, but it cooled things off.
There were some baby goats there. So
Really?
Yeah.
How were the alpacas?
Oh, the alpacas, yeah.
Let me tell you,
I saw photos.
they are extremely cute
Yeah.
when they're young. They're not bad, I guess,
Yeah.
as an animal.
The thing that surprised me was the cost.
Oh, wow.
Like, those are some expensive animals.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I mean, there's horses running for the Kentucky Derby prize that cost less than these things
Really?
do.
Well, they make really funny pictures when they get to be older.
Yeah.
Teeth hanging out. They always look like they have a funny face.
Oh, that's something I didn't know until, something I learned while I was there. Alpacas don't have top teeth. They only have bottom teeth.
That's why it looks the way it
and
does.
a hard palate on top.
But
Some of the males
males.
have like back molars that they call fighting teeth.
yeah.
What?
But-
And
Yeah.
evidently, if they get a hold of you with them, it's not pretty.
Yeah. They'll bite you, but they're only like the back teeth. They
I
don't
didn't
have
know
any
that.
front teeth on the top.
He said they're like canines, like a dog's
Uh-huh.
teeth, but they're in the very back of their jaw.
Wow.
So you'd have to get on down in his mouth to feel those. He said they have to pull them sometimes because they get to biting each other.
Ooh.
Plus, I got some alpaca jerky while I was there.
How was that? Have you tried yours?
I did. I ate it all. So
Was it good?
It was really good. It was very lean.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of like venison. Just really, really lean meat.
And then we went to Ada's,
Okay.
and there was 450 million people there.
Yeah, there was a group from was it Freed Hardeman that was there as
really?
well when we showed up.
And they served all of us like that.
Yeah.
It was amazing how efficient they are.
Oh yeah.
They probably knew you were coming, though, right?
No, I don't think so.
They might have, but I don't think they knew we were coming.
Wow.
But between us and that other big group, and there's a good number of
parking lot was
people.
full when we got there.
I was a little worried we weren't going to be able to get that bus in the parking lot.
The bus driver did some amazing bus maneuvers.
A couple of times I thought we were going off the side of the road, but
yeah,
she kept it between the lines.
So Ada's I picked up some chocolate covered raisins while I was there.
Okay.
Good. But their sandwiches are incredible, but they are so efficient and just boom, 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 just whooping stuff out.
So I didn't get a chance to go. I've never been there. Is this a country store / restaurant, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yeah.
About 5 miles past Henderson?
Yeah.
Something like that. On the left, if you're going towards Savannah.
Okay.
On 45.
You know where the Piggly Wiggly is?
Yeah.
Go to the Piggly Wiggly and then keep going a few miles and it's on your left.
It's right past the really good pond on the right, that big pond with the little island for the duck house in the middle.
Okay.
That pond's so cool.
I don't go down that way to know, but I'll take your word for it.
And then you go right past Old Red's barn.
Oh, yeah.
On the left over there.
And you get a sweet tea from Miss, what was that country song where you?
Oh, yeah.
Turnip greens and.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Miss May? No.
Yeah.
Is it Miss?
Sweet tea from Miss May?
Kevin, are you pulling out the country song lyrics today? Is that what's happening?
I've been preparing for a challenge that Glenn gave us.
Well, we're
gonna save that.
Save that for next week.
Right.
Well, anyways, we're going to talk about the 4th of July today, and everybody likes to go eat out and bust fireworks and go to the river and go out and get in your boat, get a suntan, get a sunburn, and go to the beach. And the beach has not been a good place to go. It's been kind of scary down around Panama and stuff with the rip tides and things.
I just go over to Myrtle Beach. That's where I was.
Myrtle?
Yeah, South Carolina. It's
Myrtle
hurricane
the turtle.
season.
Just go to the Michigan, Indiana dunes.
Yeah, that actually sounds good.
Yeah.
So anyways, we want to remind you, we had Flag Day in June, and then here comes the 4th of July. And to remember that there were people who stood in the face of a king and said, no, this is going to be our land. It's going to be free. Our symbol for that's the American flag. And I thought it'd be kind of cool just to help us to remember when you're looking at all these flags on this day, it is our symbol of freedom and liberty to which Americans recite the Pledge of Allegiance. And its 13 alternating red and white stripes represent the 13 original colonies, and its 50 white stars on the blue represent the 50 states. The colors on the flag each have a meaning. The red means valor and bravery. The white is purity and innocence. And the blue is vigilance, perseverance, and justice. And, you're not supposed to let it touch the ground. And
Right.
not supposed to get holes in it and, tattered and stuff. And want to remind people that, we have a flag disposal box here. So if you got an old flag and it's not doing well and you need to replace it, please do so and bring it on up here. And the Boy Scouts, the military, and VFWs, and what is it, like JCs or something like that. But there's only a few groups who are authorized to officially do a flag retirement.
And do you know what they do with that? Do you know the process, what they do with those?
I do. They do a service. There's prayers, there's patriotic songs and stuff that go on. But then they are folded and burned together as a group. They usually do more than one at a time because we've helped and watched the Scouts do them here quite often. And it's really a moving ceremony.
I bet.
So.
Whenever I think about stuff like that, y'all know that song, Ragged Old Flag by Johnny Cash? Yeah, that gets me. So sometimes, like, when I see kind of a beat-up flag, I don't know, it fills me with a little more pride, especially, than seeing a pristine flag. Yeah. It's like, that ragged old flag has seen some stuff, so.
There's another thing that goes around this time of year is Dean Martin and John Wayne sitting on horses, and Dean Martin asks, Duke, what does America mean to you? And all that. So that's kind of the same thing. And then the other day I saw one with Robin Williams where he did a stand-up thing as the flag.
Oh.
And so he's talking about it as a flag. It's actually really, really interesting too, really moving. So I guess he really tapped into his stage, his Juilliard training or whatever it was.
I think I may have seen that at one point.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
But I was curious if you could share just a little bit, Glenn. You've been a part of the military, and I've known many folks. I never served, but that is a really strong symbol for most all military folks. Yeah. And if you could kind of just walk us through maybe a little bit what that means for you and for your brothers and sisters there.
Yeah, it means home. It means home. Anytime you're coming back into the country and it's the first thing you see, it's really important to say, all right, I'm home. And you can kind of take a deep breath finally for the first time. Whenever you see that coffin draped in the red, white, and blue, and, they're going home. They're going home. So each and every one of those colors mean something. It means something to those people who have given of themselves and their friends have given and stuff. So it's really important. It's a symbol that even though, someone in the military may not agree with everything that their country does or everything goes on in their country, the fact that they give up of themselves to give you the freedom to do that is important. So,
and I think that's what makes it such a powerful symbol. And it's just a combination of materials, right?
Yeah.
It is whether it's canvas or whether it's some sort of nylon or whatever, the flag is made of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And if we call it sacred, which a lot of people do call the flag sacred, I think it's really more about what it represents and what it means in terms of the memories and those kinds of things that are sacred. My tradition and some of my family members were products of the kind of hippie revolution and anti-establishment and those kinds of things. And so in some ways, patriotism was looked on as maybe not a positive thing. But I think about it's just love for one's country.
Yeah.
And if you appreciate the things that happen here, it doesn't mean that you agree with everything that goes on, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're proud of some of the things that we have here, I don't see any problem with that at all. I think with freedom comes responsibility, right?
Oh, yeah.
And when it comes to freedom of religion, I believe that's true too. It doesn't mean that we can do whatever we want without consequences. There is responsibility for all of us. I was reading somewhere this week about freedom and its cost. And I'm not talking necessarily about people's lives and sacrifice, but that is definitely part of it. But if you think about a prisoner wanting freedom, and then if they finally get it, they come face to face with the challenges of, well, now I don't have a place to sleep. I don't have a job. I'm not provided for. So there's a cost to be free. You have to do all that stuff yourself. Now, I'm not saying anyone would rather be in prison or, anything like that, but it was a good reminder for me that, freedom of speech, those kinds of things. It doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want to with no consequences.
Yeah. Yeah.
It means you have the opportunity to express yourself and not be persecuted for it in terms of from the government. But it does mean that we have a responsibility to be thoughtful about what we say and do and remember that it's a privilege.
Yeah.
And not something that comes with no sacrifice.
Yeah. Just remember kind of what old grandmas would say back in the day, and they still do, I'm sure, and just count your blessings. And
that's right.
Freedom is one of those blessings that we so often take for granted. So all of us do that, whether you served or didn't serve, we all do take it for granted.
And the freedom of religion. I mean, just for us to be able to be here doing what we're doing now without worrying about people storming through the door and carrying us off or whatever, like you said, being persecuted. That's a big thing that I think we should all be grateful for.
Yeah, definitely. Goodness. So happy Independence Day out there. To those Northside Now followers and listeners. We're blessed and we're happy to celebrate this year. So do it freely. And because we're so free, we can celebrate next week with Vacation Bible School.
Vacation Bible School. Yes, we can. That's coming up. I think we're in a good spot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Miranda's really taking the ball and running with it.
Good.
If you are still wanting to volunteer, we could always use more volunteers. So if you've kind of been procrastinating, as I know some Northsiders are prone to do, we can always use more volunteers.
And Kevin, we got bad news.
Okay, let's hear it.
Miranda would not let us do the roadkill food truck.
Yeah.
So blame her.
Surprise.
She said no roadkill food truck from you two.
So
I'm really sad about that because I was hoping to sample some of the fine recipes that you guys have worked up.
Well, I'm sad too, but it proves one point.
What's that?
Miranda's a faithful listener.
She actually.
So there we go.
Cha-ching.
We're okay with it. That's fine. We will be here to get some sebs.
I'm going to get some sebs for sure. Why not?
Come to Vacation Bible School. Yes. No roadkill involved.
Yep. It's 9 to noon?
11:30 noon.
Yep. Monday through Friday. So it's going to be a good time. Also, during July, we have our third quarter mission focus, which is the Northside High School Food Pantry. So if you want to help stock that food pantry and help keep some of these students in our community fed, we have a list of items on the website that you could look at that you can bring to the church. You can drop them off at the office. You can drop them in the mission bin, which is located outside of the conference room. But that list includes Pop-Tarts, mac and cheese, peanut butter, SpaghettiOs, beefaroni, applesauce, a lot of things like that they can keep in this food pantry and they can last a while. It's important that our students have food. That's kind of an important thing.
They have found in education that it does help.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to concentrate when your stomach's growling and you don't know where your next meal's coming from. So let's help feed some of these students and donate some of this food to the pantry. Are you interested in becoming a Stephen minister? We've got some classes coming up in September, but the deadline to submit an application is July the 16th. So if you need an application, you can contact Roland Fisher, or you can call up here at the office, and we can get you hooked up with that.
Well, you have the freedom to come up here on Wednesday nights during July, but guess what?
We won't be here.
We won't be here. We'll be taking Wednesday nights off for the month of July.
Yeah, so no service, no food.
No Bible studies or groups or anything.
Kids' youth activities, they're all taking a break.
Taking a break.
It's good to have a little bit of a summer breather, Well, kind of recharge some batteries. And
a lot of people are gone anyway with vacations and lots of things, and so it makes sense to me.
And so no Wednesdays during the month of July or August 2nd. We're going to reconvene on August the 9th.
Okay.
So that's when we'll start Wednesday night activities back.
I'm going to be doing some Christmas shopping because I got less than 6 months.
Hey, we're more than halfway through the year now. So
that happened in a hurry, by the way.
It's almost Christmas.
So, almost Christmas.
Once we come back in August, it's a mad dash to Christmas. So
it cracks me up.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for podcasting with me. And thanks to all of you out there in the world for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from us, you can follow us on Instagram at Northside Now Podcast. Go to our website, northsidejackson.com, or email us at podcast@northsidejackson.com. We hope to hear from you soon. Once again, this is Patrick.
This is Glenn.
I'm Kevin.
And that's what's happening at Northside Now.
Bye-bye.